Okay, so I'm using the Christmas page from the Dollar Tree farmhouse, one of the farmhouse calendars, and then I'm taking the color Cotton by Dixie Belle Paint. It's just a plain white, and I'm painting this whole sled real roughly because I want it to look distressed in the end. I just got that sled from my grandma, so it was free for me. It was from a yard sale or something that she found. Anyway, I had it sitting on the garage and realized that it was exactly the right fit for this calendar page. Okay, so then I took this Mod Podge, which was like the dishwasher safe kind, but it was the only kind I had on hand, and I took that skinny paintbrush so I could fit it down in there and brushed it on. Okay, so while the Mod Podge is still wet, I put the page on there, and it took me like 3 tries to get it in the right spot, which is kind of stressful to watch, but I finally get it there, and then I just smoothed it out for a few minutes. That part actually took me a while. I cropped a bunch of it out of the video, but it took me a while to get it all smoothed out. And then, of course, I take more Mod Podge here in a minute, and I put it on top too to like seal it in there. And then I took my foam brush because it's a lot more of a smooth finish, and I brushed the Mod Podge down in really good, smoothed out as many bubbles as I could with that brush, and then I used my hands actually kind of to smooth out the bubbles, so I got glue on my hands, but you know, no big deal. Okay, and then another layer of Mod Podge, and I get that all smoothed out also. And then here in a minute, I blow dry the whole thing and get it nice and dry. Okay, and then I like things to look really distressed, so I took my white, I didn't even dip my paintbrush. Again, I just took what was left on my paintbrush and kind of dry brushed it across the trees just to kind of, I don't know, I guess pull that all in together and make it all feel like it blended and it was old. Okay, and then I took 80 grit sandpaper and just sanded all the edges and in between those little cracks there where like the sled pieces are. Sorry, my screen is shaking because I didn't realize I was being so aggressive and my camera was kind of shaking. Yeah, here I took that knife and whoops, pulled a little bit of the picture off, but that's fine. It just adds to the distressed look. But then I took my sandpaper and went really good down in those cracks because I really wanted it to look like separate little panels, you know, where that sled already had those separate panels, what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so just sanded all the spots I thought would needed sanding, that I wanted distressed, you know, all the edges, all the crevices, and all the things like that. Okay, and then I took antique wax, it's like a brown color, and used my little chip brush because I think chip brushes are the best for distressing or like this kind of thing for dry brushing. Anyway, I take that and just lightly, very lightly, barely any paint on my paintbrush, very lightly go along all the edges and all the middles, like where the creases are, to highlight those areas. And I think this just really sets it off. This is what really makes the whole thing look old and antique like it. I didn't just put that calendar page on it. Okay, so here it is, basically done. You could definitely just stop there if you wanted. You could just leave it like that, but of course I have to be extra and dress it up and do more with it. And actually, to be honest, I didn't like how much space I left on the bottom, so I wanted something on the bottom for sure. So I thought like a little ribbon strip would help like fill in that white space on the bottom, and I really like that. And then I added one to the top also with my hot glue gun. Okay, and then just some more stuff to be extra. I had a little piece of scrap greenery and I was like, maybe I can try this on here somewhere. I ended up really liking it up there at the top, so I went ahead and glued it on, and then I also stapled it on too. And then I'm gonna add a bow here in a minute, but basically I wanted to say, the other thing I wanted to say before the end of this video is this project only cost me $3, other than, you know, paint and hot glue and all the other supplies that I have, like my staple gun and all those things. But yeah, like the lace ribbon, the calendar, and then this ribbon right here, the red ribbon, everything else I had on hand or was free for me. Like that greenery was just scrap, like I said, but you could also find that at Dollar Tree if you were gonna make something like this. But yeah, so this was a really, really cheap, easy project to make, and I think it turned out so cute, and it looks like it's from the store. I just love this. I'm so excited about it. Okay, and that ribbon, you'll see here in a second, I realized I made like really kind of wonky. I meant to make 4 little loops on it, and I only ended up with 3, so I don't know what I even did there, but I ended up actually kind of liking it. It fit really well in that spot, and it kind of looks cute with 3, so I left it. I was just like, heck, I'm gonna leave it like this. So it turned out pretty cute, regardless of it being a mistake. But yeah, pretty funny. Just hot glued that on, and then this is the end. So let me know in the comments what you guys think, and if you have a sled you want to try to make over, and yeah, just let me know how you guys feel about it. And go follow me on Instagram, because I'll post more pictures of this, so you'll be able to see it a lot better than in this video. And thanks for watching.